welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be using the BH Cosmetics Cherry on Top palette from their Sweet Shop collection. This is my second palette that I have from them in that line. I also have the Pistachio palette, which I was totally blown away by the quality of it. I loved the eye look I created with it and subsequent eye looks I've created with it. I'll try to link that above so you guys can go check that out if you're interested in that particular palette. That one was kind of like the hot ticket item from this collection, but I think they are all absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to play with this one for you guys today. So I did mention I think I mentioned it in a video actually, that I had this, and I asked you guys if you still wanted to see a look with it, and I figured also since they brought them back, you guys can actually purchase these still. I'll go ahead and create a look for you guys, let you all know my thoughts, tell you if it's the same great quality that I found in the Pistachio palette, which I'm sure it will be. So if that sounds interesting to you, you want to see me create an eye look with this, keep on watching. So when I used the Pistachio palette, I was using the P. Louise base to blend over top of, and I feel like that worked really well. So why mess with a good thing? I'm going to use that again in this video. Currently I have some of the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base down, but I'm just going to, it's been on there for a while so it's pretty dry anyway. I'm just going to go over top with the P. Louise base. If it starts feeling too thick and nasty, we'll get rid of what's laid down and we'll start over. But I think this will be fine. Has anybody watching tried any of the palettes from this collection? This is not a brand new collection. It's been out for a while now. Since at least like, was it like June or July that this came out? It's been a while. If anybody watching has this, I want to know your thoughts. Do you love it as much as I do? Doesn't have to be the cherry on top. It can be any of the palettes in that collection. I think it is such a fantastic formula. I don't know what BH Cosmetics is doing differently, but whatever it is, they need to keep on doing it because they are killing it right now. I think what I want to do is go in with the shade Sprinkles. When you look at it in the pan, it looks like it's a really deep red, but it's more of like a deep, it is a red, kind of. But when you blend it out, it turns really pink. See what I mean? So, I think that's what I want to do. Let's do it. That definitely does not look anything like it does in the pan at all. And the pigmentation on these shadows is insane. And then what I'm going to do, I'm kind of going to keep the same basic eye shape that I did when I did the Pistachio palette because I really liked the way it looked on my eyes. So now I'm just going to drag this color forward a little bit, like this, just really lightly. Like, look how pink that turns out as opposed to red. As you can see, that's not red. It's crazy because it doesn't look that way in the pan at all. I don't know what causes it to shift that color. It's nuts. So I wish, if it was going to be called the Cherry on Top palette, it really should have some true reds in here. The only real like red shade in this palette is going to be the Black Cherry shade, and that is definitely a red. Since I'm not going to use this shade, let me just show you. It's a really beautiful, beautiful like satin red. I love it, but I'm not going to be using it in this video because I'm doing pink. Such a beautiful shimmer shade though, or it's a satin, not a shimmer. Look how pretty that is. That is a true red. And actually the shade Tart is a little red as well. It's just a lighter red. Whoa, I just stabbed it. Oh no. I'm sorry. Dang. Tart, the shade right here. That one's also kind of like a true red. Let's swatch that one. I'm not gonna swatch the whole palette. Oh yeah. Ooh, okay. That's definitely red. Wow. I'm a little stuck just because I'm trying to figure out what shade to go above that with, but it's a little rough because this is not a red or even a pink. This is like a purple. It's kind of wigging me out a little bit. I guess the only shade we can use is Wild Cherry. Let's try going in with Wild Cherry. We'll see what happens here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp half on and half off all the way around the edge of this. That's different. Let's do that. Ooh, buddy. Alrighty then, now that I have that laid down, I'm going to dip into the shade Sunday, and I'm going to kind of blow that out a little bit all the way around. So this shade right here, which is the lightest pink in the palette. Okay, so I'm going to take that same brush. Oh, by the way, I've been using the Morphe E18 so far. It's just a domed shape like pencil brush. It's really good for what I've been using it for. I lied. That's the first brush I use, and then I started using the E36. This is just a little bit smaller than the E18. If you take a look at them side by side, the one that I'm using now is just a little bit smaller. And I'm dipping into the shade Sunday. So that's this lighter pink. It's the lightest shade in the palette. And I'm going to use that to go around the outside edges of what I already have laid down. And then just kind of smoke it out a little bit to make it a little bit more seamless. And let's see what happens here. This is what gives you that really nice blend all the way around, because you're just building up from dark to light. All right, now I'm going to use my E36 from Sigma. This is just a blending brush, but it's very small up top. So what I like to do, and very like fluffy, very dispersed, I like to get a little bit of whatever color I'm using just on the tips of this brush, and then I'll lay it flat and just kind of like blend the edges, and it really helps to get it to be just more diffused. I really love this for that. I mean, I think it's got great pigmentation, just like the Pistachio palette. This is coming together really nicely. I just don't know why we called it a cherry palette when most of the shades are pink and not red. That's my only critique at this point. Dipping into Wild Cherry, which is that brighter pink. Using that Sigma brush to do that. I'm going to build up some of that purple back in that crease. Kind of just gives it this airbrushed finish when you do that. Now what? Originally, I wanted to use the shade Juicy right here because it is such a gorgeous pink shade. It's like pink, but it shifts orange. Like, look how pretty this is. Actually, that would probably be really, really pretty. I'm kind of living for that, honestly. They just blend together so nicely. It's just not exactly a cherry look. Okay, what I'm going to do is deepen up this outer edge here with that really deep purple shade. And then I'm going to start putting some of those other shades, like a cut crease, just like I did with the Pistachio palette. So I'm packing the shade Sprinkles out here. Okay, so I was debating what color to put in the beginning portion of my lid there to start that cut crease. Part of me is telling me to use Sweet just because it's the lightest pink and I feel like that'll give the most impact. But I really love the way Juicy looks. It's the really beautiful like orangey pink. It just does something special. It is a beautiful shade. I'm going to use my NYX glitter primer to just cut out that cut crease shape. I'm a little scared. It's been a while since I've done this. Alright, let's start with that. I think that should be good. And then I'm going to go in with my finger, and it's called Juicy. Oh, wow. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to use the brush to get up closer because I don't want to screw it up. So pretty. I'm going to use my finger to kind of tap in between the two shades just a little bit to see if it meshes just a little better. And then I'll probably go back over with that deeper shade. Just BH Cosmetics, I'm telling you, anymore, they never cease to amaze me. They are killing it. I don't know how I have like hardly any fallout. It's actually kind of crazy. Okay, what I'm going to do now is stamp some of those shades up top underneath the lower lash line. I'm going to smoke that out or just blow out those colors. I'm going to get something to put on this inner corner here. I'm going to repeat the other eye. So when I come back, the full face should be done. And we'll go over my thoughts on this palette. Okay, so I went a little overboard with the highlighter, okay? I got a hold of the Kaleido Space Age Prophecy, and it is something special. This is like a multi-chrome highlighter, or a duo, I don't know what it is, but it shifts like, you can't even see it on here. It shifts like pink, red, green. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Anyway, so after I finished the other eye, I smoked the same matte colors underneath the lower lash line, both sides. Then I took the Shockwave Neon Eyeliner from LA Girl in the shade, actually, I'm sorry, this is one of their lip liners, but you can use them as eyeliners, or at least I do. I don't know if they're eye safe, but that's what I put in my waterline. This one's in the shade Outrage. It's just a really beautiful, like, bright orangey shade, like a pinky orange, or a red orange. I don't know, I love it. Then I took the Divina Single. This one is from her... What is this from? I always forget the name of the collections, but this is Soda Swamp. Really beautiful inner corner highlight. It looks like nothing like this, but on the inner corners, it's purple, like a neon purple. So pretty. This Loud Crazy lip combo that I have going on is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil, and I have it in the shade Dial Up. And then I use the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Romantic. This bright-ass pink. Wasn't really sure about the lip combo, but it goes along with like that pink I have on that outer edge there, and I figured, you know what, let's go loud and crazy, why not? So this is the look that I created using the Sweet Shop Cherry on Top palette, which in all honesty, if you really look at my eye look, and you look at this, it doesn't look like that's what you would create with this, does it? Like, I don't know. I think it would be really, really difficult to come up with an all red look because these shades are really pink. Now that's kind of a drawback if you're looking for a red palette, but if you don't care about it being a red palette and you're just looking for quality, if you're looking, you know, if you like these shades, then I think that you would really like this. I really love this look. I love how cohesive it looks. I like the fact that it's pink. I like the orange shimmer. I love all of that. If you're looking for an all red palette, I would probably skip on this, but if you don't care, you're okay with it being pink, and you're looking for good quality, then I would say take advantage of this. These are $18 a piece. That's a killer price for such fantastic quality, and I'm very pleased with it. So if you like this look, or you like first impressions, you like watching me review new makeup, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Not only does it help my channel out when you guys engage with it, when you like, comment, subscribe, all of those things, that helps my channel out. But when you like this video, it also lets YouTube know that you like it, so it'll push this content out there for more people to see, which means more people will come over to my channel. And I'm so grateful when you guys do that. If you've made it this far in the video but you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please don't forget to do that also. Ring the notification bell so you don't miss my future uploads, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.